I was going to make yet another video trashing on my favorite hockey team because they blew another multi-goal lead. Against Montreal, they were down 4-0, and I said, screw it, let's watch a movie. And then the Canucks ended up winning after being down 4-0, and I had to rescind all the negative comments that I was going to make in the postgame, and instead replace it with feelings of joy, excitement, with the fact that the Canucks ended up winning in overtime, probably the craziest game that we had seen from either of these two teams in months. Today, at least partway through the game, I was feeling that some of those negative emotions from the Montreal game, that in which we weren't able to acknowledge, they might be coming to play because the Vancouver Canucks blew a multi-goal lead against the San Jose Sharks. They were up 3-1 at the start of the second period. They ended up taking a 1-goal lead into the third. They blew that lead. They were down by 1. They didn't have a shot for like 12 minutes of game time or whatever it was. And I was going to be like, yeah, okay, this is going to be the story. At the end of the third period, towards the end, I was like, yeah, no, the Canucks are going to lose. The Canucks are going to blow another lead. This was nice to see them win a few in a row, especially in overtime, but at the same time, this is going to be the case. That overtime magic, it appears to have been gone now because the Vancouver Canucks absolutely suck. They let in 2 straight goals in the third period, wherein they had the lead, they blew the lead, and oh my goodness, no, wait, they didn't. They tied it. It's tied! And then it went to overtime, and we had probably the craziest overtime we have seen throughout the entire few overtimes the Canucks have actually played this year. And just as they did against Arizona, just as they did against Montreal, the Vancouver Canucks claw back and they win in the extra frame. The final score here is 6-5, and Elias Mother-freaking Pettersson goes out there and gets his second straight overtime winner. Last time against Montreal, he took down, or he didn't take down, the guy was already falling down. He kind of love-tapped Mike Matheson before stealing the puck, walking out in front, and going 5-hole on Montembeault. Tonight, he gets set up by Andrei Kuzmenko on the 2-on-1. He drags the puck, he fools the goalie. Eetu Makiniemi bites hard on the far side pass, and Pettersson shoots it short side. Beautiful execution there by Elias Pettersson on the final play to end things off. But you know what was not beautiful? You know what wasn't a beautiful showcase of talent and execution from the Vancouver Canucks? You could pick like 7 individual moments in this game where the team absolutely just did not pull their weight. One individual player ends up screwing everything up, or you have yourselves a shift where multiple Canucks players cannot get it done. They can't clear it out. They can't get the puck back. There were so many terrible plays in this game, and they still won. And I feel like the whole defying adversity angle that we've been sort of starting to see a little bit here, the fact that they've won, I believe it's like 8 in their past 11 games now, the fact that they've gotten 3 straight overtime wins, they're going streaking, folks, they're actually doing it, and they're at 500 now. This team was so bad to start out the year, with all the blown leads and everything, but now they've come back to form, and it's all evened up at 500 apiece. Let's go over all the goals that we had seen here in today's game, because there were a lot to go through. The first one comes 18 seconds into the entire contest. It's Bonino, who tips on goal a long wrist shot from Matt Benning, who I believe is Jim Benning's nephew, if I'm correct. So, yeah, nice trivia piece of lore right there. The Canucks are down 1-0 to start out this hockey game, but it only takes them 4 minutes to respond as Dakota Joshua gets on the board here. It's a long drive in from the corner that OEL just kind of tosses towards the goal, and Dakota Joshua is right there on the rebound to put things home. He gets his first goal of the night, and he ties things up 1-1. Give it a few minutes, and you have yourselves Dakota Joshua getting into a fight with Radim Simek, who went out there and laid out a big hit on Nils Aman in front of the bench. Dakota Joshua didn't like that. He went out there and retaliated for his teammate, and the fight ends up getting stopped before Dakota Joshua is able to really lay the smackdown on Simek over there. Dakota Joshua, after coming back out of the box, ends up doing some pretty good work at the end of the first period, though, as he ends up drawing a power play for the Vancouver Canucks with 2 minutes exactly to spare. The first unit goes out there, they can't get it done, but the second unit goes out there, and OEL takes a long wrist shot. It gets tipped on goal by Connor Garland, it goes off the post, and Dakota freaking Joshua is right there to bury in his second goal of the period. Joshua had a fight, he had a drawn penalty, he had 2 goals, all in the span of 20 minutes. The guy had an absolutely crazy start to this hockey game, and he almost went out there and scored a hat trick. But we'll get to that later, because before that entire conundrum went on, it's Bo Horvat who takes the puck at the blue line, he chips it over to the side, and Nils Hoglander picks it up, he dashes down the right wing, takes a shot, he scores. It's a 3-1 Vancouver lead, just a minute 34 into the second period. Next up on the box score, though, it's Riley Stillman, who takes the worst penalty of interference I've seen in a very long time. The guy is back skating into his own zone. He's trying to control the puck that's along the boards. He misses the puck that's along the boards, and so he just straight up, interferes with the guy in front of him. What are you doing? Riley Stillman, bro. That's a terrible penalty to take. Absolutely no need for that. He just goes out there and interferes with the guy, because why not? And the Canucks end up getting hemmed in their zone on the ensuing power play. They keep it in for way too long, and eventually it's Timo Meier who gets the shot off. It goes by. It's a 3-2 hockey game here. But a little bit later, the Canucks appear to score another goal. It's Dakota Joshua, who kind of rushes to the front of the net after doing a few moves to keep possession of the puck. There's Lazar right there in the slot. Oman is there too, and Dakota Joshua charges in. He drives to the goal. The puck is bouncing around in the crease, and it goes off of Dakota Joshua's leg and in. However, after an extensive goaltender interference challenge, it's dubbed that Dakota Joshua rubbed up against Kaapo Kahkonen, thus invalidating him from being able to make the save, so it is goaltender interference. Dakota Joshua was denied a hat trick. Very unfortunate to see there, but the Canucks end up getting a power play shortly after. Guess what? It's Connor Garland. He draws a penalty on Harrington, and Kahkonen absolutely robs Bo Horvat on a rebound out in front. Very nice save there by the second overall pick in the 2019 NHL Draft. Eventually the second unit comes out there, and OEL messes it up. He messes it up really badly. He throws a backhand pass into the middle for nobody. It gets picked off, and Logan Couture gets a shorthanded breakaway. OEL is behind him, just trying to shove him off the puck. It doesn't work. Couture gets a shot on goal. Martin makes the save, apparently, and then it trickles in behind him because he didn't have possession of the puck. Oh boy, he wasn't able to freeze it. It's a 3-3 game on such a demoralizing goal. OEL, man, what was that? The Sharks amped up the pressure to end off the second period, but ultimately it's Vancouver that gets the final goal. Ilya Mikheyev scores with 32 seconds left to give the Canucks the lead. It was Tyler Myers with a long dump out from the Canucks blue line that goes over 3 or 4 people, plops right in front of Mikheyev, who finds a breakaway, and he goes 5-hole, giving the Canucks the lead. So despite the good San Jose pressure at the end of that second, it's ultimately the Canucks that have themselves the lead. But the third period gets underway, and this is where the Canucks forget how to play hockey. Kaapo Kahkonen gets out. It's Eetu Makiniemi who draws in for San Jose, but he doesn't see any action for 12 minutes as the Vancouver Canucks let in 2 goals, giving the Sharks the lead without taking a shot on their own for 12 straight minutes. The first goal is Jonah Gadjovich, Spencer Martin's brother-in-law and former Vancouver Canuck, who steals the puck on the boards from OEL, and he snipes it far side on Martin. Give it a few more minutes and Tyler Myers takes a terrible tripping call. The Canucks go shorthanded. It was killed off, but the Sharks scored immediately right after. Kevin Labanc, off a great drop pass by Tomas Hertl, ends up driving it into the top corner. The Canucks didn't have a shot for 12 minutes. The Sharks had 2 goals and they took the lead in this time span. Eventually, though, the Canucks get a power play with 5 minutes left. I honestly don't know how this was even called, but on the power play, it's Andrei Kuzmenko who scores. It's Bo Horvat whose drive gets blocked out in front. It whiffs off to the side, and Elias Pettersson takes the puck. He one-time slap passes it to the back door, where Andrei Kuzmenko was there. He taps it in. It's 5-5, and then overtime comes out here. And I really don't have any words to describe how crazy this overtime was, but it was absolute pandemonium. There was a moment where Kuzmenko and Petey had a really good opportunity to end it. Kuzmenko fell down over the goalie. There were 2-on-1s. Bo Horvat almost got a goal in the breakaway, but he missed the net. Quinn Hughes has a terrible giveaway in overtime. This led to a San Jose breakaway, wherein Martin was forced to make the save. Martin was then forced to make the save on the rebound, and then Quinn is able to take it back, go up to Kuzmenko, Kuzmenko to Petey, walks in, shoots, and he scores, ending off this crazy conundrum of a game, 6-5. And, yeah, that was a crazy game. I thought that they were going to lose, and I thought I was going to make an angry rant of a video, but no. I'm feeling kind of good, actually. They won! Elias Pettersson! He's got another goal in overtime. Kuzmenko got me 2 points. I needed that for fantasy. Bo Horvat got an assist. This game, for all the crap that we had seen, for all the bad plays and all the misplays, Quinn Hughes giveaways and OEL mishaps as well, at the end of the day, they won. They're at 500 now, baby. Talk to the console your thoughts about the Vancouver Canucks' exhausting overtime win against the San Jose Sharks. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm out of breath, so I gotta go. And bye.